Here we go. I think we're going to make it. I think we're going to make it. Let's see if we do. I'm sorry. I just made a mess. Okay, here we go. Hi, everybody. Hi. It's going to be a live video chat show where we do arts and crafts for adults. But we're also a chat room where we like to interact with everybody that come in. And so I'm just about 10 minutes early. So it'll give me a 10-minute leadway to get hooked up over here. I've been working on my computer and I think I fixed it for a while. So we'll see how that works. It was a driver update issue. So hopefully we won't have any glitches tonight. So here's the big test. So let's go over here and look for me. Go back. Go here. And here we go. There it is. And here we go. There it is. Back to my old shenanigans. Gotta turn that off. And there's Teresa. And there's Janet. Hi, girls. Janet. I heard something last night. I heard a rumor. I gotta hear it from the horse's mouth. But we were streaming last night with Becca and Dana, and Laura Sullivan was on with us. Jersey girl. She was on, and Aurora, which is a streamer that watches Becca. Aurora was with us as well, and yeah. Is it true? Is it true? Is it a rumor? Was it an April Fool's joke? Did I hear correctly that you might be going on vacation? Hi, Chris. Is it true? Is it true? Is it true? She probably doesn't know what I'm talking about. Hi, Steffi. Hi, honey. It is? Oh my gosh. I'm already on it, buddy. I'm trying to get Joe to rent an RV. You know, we don't have to buy one. We can rent them for a week or two. Have you? But that's not until June, right? June the 12th, 13th, and 14th. Teresa, she's coming to America. Anyway, we will talk later, Miss Janet. We will talk later about that. I'm excited for you. I think that is awesome that you are going to try to do that. So anyway, we'll work on that. So we were working on this Thursday night, this birdie, and I said, oh, I'm going to have to finish it tonight because I was having too much trouble. And so I've been playing over here on it, and I'm going to get another blue. I've been cleaning in here. I've done real good cleaning. So it's good to see everybody. Come on in. Let's see. Here's the picture, and I accidentally put this down, went like that, and it got some paint on it, but I'm not going to hold it against anybody. That's just part of the art room. We should put a little paintbrush in his mouth. He could have a little paintbrush. I just dropped my paintbrush. And I got another one. I got several of them. Where'd they go? Yeah. So, he could have like a little paintbrush in his mouth. Did you color him, Teresa? I'm still working on it. I'm not finished. I don't think I'm finished in the least. I want to get another blue out. And I'm going to try this blue. This is a different blue. So, hi Ellen. Come on in. We're just piddling now, and I'm painting, finishing up my homework. I did work on a little bit on them. And I've got my drawer over here. I can shut the drawer, the drawer on the right. I can shut it now so I can get into the second drawer and the third drawer. So we're going to get in that drawer. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Sharon. That's not much different. You can't really tell the difference. Nope, not at all. So I want to get another one and put some lighter blue in them, I guess. So, your little birdie looks mean. He's mad. Is he mad? Oh my goodness. There was 2 pheasants out in my driveway. Joe had the garage door open and I went out to get me something to drink. And these 2 little dove birds of some sort were standing right there at the door. And I go, well, hello there. And they didn't fly off. They were real friendly. And Joe says, I've been feeding them bird seed. Let me give him some more. So he got the bird seed out today, feeding the birds. It was in the 80s today. Very nice outside. So anyway, this is going to be all right. So there's a trick. Got to hold your mouth right when you use this brush to get just the flickies. Get little flicks, little feathers, fuzzy feathers. $44 today. Oh my. Well, that was probably warmer than it has been. So we're just going to we got to get some yellow orange out a little bit to get his beak. Yeah. So I've been working on my computer for 2 days, and last night I had to I froze up in StreamYard, and I'm not in StreamYard tonight. I'm in YouTube. So here's hoping that it's going to be a-okay. I think it is. So that looks pretty good there. Well, I think that looks pretty good. I know it's not exact, but close enough. So, hi, Pam. Good to see everybody. I guess I probably should go over the ATC swap that's coming up. I am going to be giving your names out probably next week. I'll give it another few days for people to sign up. And I'll show you my ACTs that I've been working on. And I'm almost done with them, I think. Haven't really. That's what I worked on last night. And when I was on last night, I lost my volume. I couldn't talk. So I just got to listen to Becca and Dana and Laura and Aurora, and they just chit chatted and they were having a good time. And I was just going, I was going, hi, I'm here. I'm just, I'm just working. So it was still fun for me to get some stuff done. And so I think that's going to be it for him. Let me get the orange out, and I was using a little bit of gesso for the white to bring it out. Uh, and it was doing good. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Zippity. Howdy doody. Jackie. Good to see everybody. So I'm just going to do a few little touch-ups on his white, I think. And I'm using the gesso. I did pearl white first, and then I did gesso white on top. So you can still see the pearl through, I think it gives it a 3D effect. And I left the gesso kind of lumpy or textury with the paint. If it went on with a little bead, a line bead, I left it for the texture, the look for texture. And I think I will be getting the black out, and I'll do his eyes in black, and I'll use a little bit of white for his middle of his highlights. But let's see where the black is. And I thought I got a new black one out, and I don't see it. I think this is black. So let's see what we can do with this. Get that off and get a little plate here. I don't need a whole lot, I don't think. And we're just going to do the eyes. Yeah, that'll work. I definitely have too much paint out. Okay. There's the other one. And I'm going to go ahead and do some eyelashes. Okay. And I'm just going to make them super black. And I will let that dry real good. And I will put a white spot on that to give it that highlight. And then I just need to do the the beak. All right, we'll leave that. Maybe the eyelashes are too much. Should I take them off? I can take them off. Oh, you like the eyelashes? They they look a little bit too much. Um, I need to get some beak orange. I got this one. This one's apricot. And I'm just going to use see if I can get some out this way. Literally, just a drop. Like that. So it looks like there's a little bit of a two-tone. You can see his the separation of the top and the bottom, like there's a line there. And I can do something like that. Let's see. Just a hint. Just a hint of yellow. That looks pretty good. So oops. Shake it up. Shake it up good. That one's kind of watery, but we don't need but just a little watermark here. That's gonna be the mouth, and that's all I'm gonna do to it. I don't want to mess it up. And I think I think the eyelashes are too big. They're not small enough. And I'll get the little brush that I dropped on the floor. That's the one I want to get. I'll get that brush back and doctor up the eyelashes. Just don't think that's going to float. Not in my boat. We can make sure they get thin. We just want to thin them down a little bit. We'll see. So let me get my other brush. It just takes me a minute to get up and down, up and down, up and down. Pick something else up down here. I've been looking at that sticker for a week. Found that sticker. A little bit of garbage. Joe did run the sweeper up to my chair. But he didn't pick up he didn't have to pick up the garbage. So, hi Brenda. How do you do? We're working on our little chickadee. Oh, I gotta give him some feet. He needs feet. Okay. I might be able to fix it from here. Feeling lucky. I'm feeling lucky. Feeling real lucky, I tell you. That's the ticket. And I do like that better. I like that much better. I just made them a little thinner, and I just did some more uh, fuzzy feathers around the eyelashes to thin it down. A little more detail. And if you do any type of watercolor or acrylic painting, you need these tiny brushes. For years, I didn't have them until just up until last year. And I've been missing out all this time. And I could have been doing a better job. But we got it now. Yeah. So, I think that's good right there. So I'm going to get the lid back on this one. So hello everybody. Who else come in? Hello, hello. Hello everybody in the balcony. There's probably somebody in the balcony. So I'm going to use black again. And did I put some out? I did. I've got some out already. And I'm going to make his little feet. And they're going to be on the tree branch here. Just a little something there. Yeah, they're grabbing a hold of that tree there. That looks all right. But wait, there's more. I'm thinking just a little highlight there with the leftover paint. There. I like that. Looks pretty good, huh? For an amateur. I do. I think it looks okay. So I think I'm done with it, and I think I will maybe look for a word. Shall I look for a word? Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I do too. Okay. And we're going to glue this down on the next page, the page right before in a minute after this dries. And I will be putting some white in the eyes after that black dries real good, because if I put any white on it right now, it will absorb the black and it won't be white anymore. It wouldn't be a white little mark. So I found that on the floor. I'll put that in the ephemera box. That's what I'll do. So let's put this over here in front of the fan. See if it'll dry a little bit for us. And we'll look for a word. And I've got some words that I found the other day on the shelf. And I took them out off the shelf and put them in my word box over here. And art is in the details. Tell me which one you like. You're a natural. Shine on and on. Art on and on and on. Live simple. You are the art. You are the bomb. Accept great adventures. Stand tall. Be energetic. Be your best today. That's with a BB, a bumblebee. You are the joy. Live simple, Sharon says. She always picks out a good one, so I'm not gonna argue with it. So I'm just gonna trim that out. And it is a simple page. It doesn't have a lot of stuff in the background and all that jazz. Okay, that was easy. But I still have more words. I got bigger words in there. But that's okay. We got plenty of words. I don't have to worry about words this year. So we're going to just take and put this down here. And maybe I can put it on some more paper and make a little picture frame. Oh yeah, let's see here. Got some paper over here. Cleaning my desk off again and doing a really good job of it, I might add. Oh, there's a piece. There's something. How about doing some layers? And I can use decorative scissors. Cut a picture frame out here. And then cut another picture frame out of it. I love that blue. That's one out of my, this is out of the Cool Pool book. The Pooly book that I bought, and I use so much of. Pretty paper. Like that. And like that. So I've got blue paint on here. That's all right. We'll touch it up. And then this one here. And I'll ink the edges. And I think that'll be just fine. I think that'll be perfect. So let's ink the little things, edges here. We can cover that up, that white mark. We'll just go ahead and ink the edges of the page too while we're at it. Okay. like that. Like that. Hi, Laura. Oh, dear, dear, dear. So anyway, I'm just going to glue that down just like that. I think that's perfect. And he's going to go right there. And this one is going to go on top. Like that. And live simple. And it is kind of a simple page because there's not much going on in the background and all. So, thank you. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to get my white back out and see if I can't put some white in his eyes. A little, like a crescent moon type thing. Oh, that looked really good. I think I could, if I could just do it again. I did it again. I did it. I did it. Don't move. Step away from the page. Oh, that's fine. Okay. So let's put that up. Hi, Esther. Good to see you in the room early tonight. I hope you're over your ailments and your illnesses and your sickness. Feeling better, I hope. You've been out of commission for a while. So anyway, we started this the other night and we finished it tonight. And there is, believe it or not, there is some paint left down in there. So what I did with this, I did use it, but I cut the end of it off to get some of the paint out of it. And then I'm taping the end of it back up to close it till I use up all of the paint. And it's working. It's letting me do that. So I don't make too much of a mess. I stick that back up in there. So, hi Joyce. Is Joyce in the room too? Hi Joyce. So we're done with this. I just need to put my stamp on it. And I can do that with, I better use a different color. I don't know if it'll show up on here, but I'll try the black and see if that'll work. Get everything cleaned off my desk a little bit. Put that over there. Put these over there. Don't need that. Change the date. And it is the 21st, and I think I changed it last night. Let's see if I did it. Yep. So I'll put my name down here. You're somewhat the same. Hi, Janice. Slowly getting over it. Aw. Thank you, Esther. Mostly better. Just a few sneezes and a bit of vertigo. Okay. That'll happen. I can see that. I don't know if you can or not, but it says made by Beth. And then I'll put the date. There we go. So that page is finished. So I'm just going to, I'll take a picture of it. And then I'm going to let it dry one more time. And then I will glue this, the picture, this original picture on the other side of the back of that page. So it be together. So we just need to let that dry for a little bit. The eyes have to dry real good. So what I can do next is, I found this in my stash. Somebody sent me this butterflies. Good vibes. There's a butterfly and a flower. It's got my name on it. I might have bought it from Dana. And I thought, well, I might be able to use that butterfly in the butterfly book. So that's why I left it out. And I found these two bookmarks. This was a magnet. And I thought, well, I'll stick them on my desk and maybe put them in some Happy Mail. You like that stencil? We're going to try to use it here in a minute. Look what I have here. Can you read this? It's got June 12, 13, and 14th. Mm-hmm. It's on my desk. It's penciled in. Let's see. Oh, okay. I'll close this drawer and open up my second drawer, which I haven't been into forever. So I thought I would show you some of the books that I have in this drawer. So I have this book, and this might be something we can do tonight too. This was a second-hand book that I got, and I was thinking about doing a collage and taking some of the pictures and do a collage page. And this is the old Mother Hubbard, but there's quite a few pictures in here that are cute. And there's the man in the moon. He looks like he belongs in the fairy book. And we might be able to find some fairies in here. And maybe we can do a little collage story page. I don't know. I just thought maybe that would be something we could do. But I've never done it. So there's Jack and Jill. They could be going on an adventure. And there's a lady riding a horse. Oh, I should tear that out and put that in Zippy's envelope. She's got horse. Or I'm Zippy to the front of the room. I know you're here. Zippy. Do you have a horse glue book that you work on and you put horses in, or are you starting one? Because every time I find a horse, I want to save it for you. You love nursery rhymes? Well, we're going to tear. I've been in this book. I've tore things out of it. But we can make up our new nursery rhyme with the new pictures. So get your thinking caps on, and we can make up a new nursery rhyme and make a new picture. So there's a seesaw, and there's a little guy, Tom, the piper's son. He's ran away with the pig. Sounds fun, doesn't it? Okay. Well, if you see something, holler out. Holler out. There's a man, a king with a flute, or it looks like a flute. There's a jester. There's a poor little boy, and he's just eating the crumbs of a biscuit sitting in the corner by the fireplace. Sharon's going to have some bacon. Woohoo! Or was that what Tom Tom was going to do? Take the pig to the market? Seesaw Marjorie doll. Yeah. My grandpa built us a seesaw. We had a seesaw. And I'll tell you a funny story. Daggone it, I remember it. I wasn't in school yet, and we would put our toys up in the garage in the wintertime, and then come springtime, we'd be dragging out our toys, and we had a rocking totter, and it was a teeter totter. And I said, Mommy, can we get on? Can I play with the teety totter? Teety totter. She laughed at me. I didn't know what I was saying. I had no clue. But I remember that. Well, I was going to open this cough drop. There it is. Couldn't find it. The trolls scared you as a kid. Well, let's see. Here we go around the mulberry bush. But I'm going to use the pictures, and we can make up our own little story. Here's Georgie Porgy, kissed the girls and made them cry. But I like him. He could be the main character. So I'm going to take him and start collecting. We don't want the crybabies. We just want George. We could still use his name. He can still be George. So we'll take him out. And there's a goose. There's a sheep. EFGH. Must have had the alphabets. And I must have tore out a page. We had a family camp out on an old riverbed buff area near Baton Ridge. Paw built us a merry-go-rounds, swings, monkey swings, and all sorts of toys. It was a special playground for us. We we had a lot of stuff in our yard. We had a tether ball, and we had a rope to swing on. We had a tree house, bicycles, skates, and then when we got just a little bit older, we got a mini bike. And we rode the wheels off of that thing. So we have George. What's George going to do for us? Here's George. There's Humpty Dumpty. There's your nut tree. I'm sorry, I've got the fan on, and I think it's getting to me. But I'm okay. As I was going along, handy, spandy, jack a dandy. Barber, barber, shave a pig. Little John jiggity jag. There's a spinning wheel. How about if George? There's a garden. What if he got into the garden? George in the garden. I guess we should have maybe a dinner table with some food. He can be having a dinner party, and he can invite the maid down the street with her cow. Oh, look, there's some horses. Zippity didn't come to the front of the room. I know she's in here. So we need to find here's a picnic table. So we're going to use them. In the middle of 8 boys, Sharon said. Ooh, boy. We had 3 boys and 2 girls in that order. And there was 5 of us, and we weren't poor, but we weren't rich either. We didn't live in the city. We lived just outside of the city. We were 3 miles, so we could get to the city, if we needed anything. And there was a grocery store down the road, and uh, and most of the time, Mom would just stop after school at that grocery store, and get groceries so we wouldn't have to go all the way to town. And it was on the way. But I had 4 grandparents that were alive while I was growing up, so they always helped with all of us, and they always sent gifts, and and somehow there was always presents under the tree, and I don't know how Mom and Dad did it, but they did it. They pulled it off. Uh, Daddy had a job at the as an overhead door company, garage door installer. He owned half of the company, and he didn't like working in the office. He liked work hanging the doors. So they would. That's where Daddy would hide toys. He'd hide everything over there. But we always had plenty of toys, and I remember also a couple of times. I don't remember it doing it every year, but a couple of times I remember going and collecting our old toys, and we would take them to the orphanage and pass them out. And that was kind of uh, a unique experience for a child, a young child. But I, it taught me to give, and it was hard. It had to be. It was kind of sad, but it was nice. That we could give, and so anyway, we're going to have a feast, and there could be a choir. We got a choir coming for our entertainment. So we got a little choir. We've got a table. We've got a few people coming, and their garden where everything's going to grow. We're going to have a garden. So let's see if we can find some food to put in the garden. There's another horse. I could put that in Zippy's envelope. She's going to get some horses anyway. So, I think we kind of got enough people. We're just looking for some food. Oh, there's a pie. We can put the pie on the table. I'm not going to take her because she's crying. I'm just going to take the pie and sit it on the table. We got the clouds. We could have a storm come in and there's a fish. I was kind of looking for some fruit, maybe. Here, this guy's eating. He's eating at the table. Maybe we can use one of him. I think that'll be enough. Do just a quickie here. Just a quickie. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but we're going to try. Oh, Sharon said that's how come she's so fond of coloring books. Yeah, she got a coloring book for Christmas. Did you live in Oregon, Sharon? Did you raised in Oregon? Where you live now, close to where you live now? I was born and raised up in West Virginia. Well, I just thought for sure I'd see an apple tree or something. But that's okay. What year is this book? This is not my book. I think I've got my book over here on the shelf somewhere. It was before they put the dates in the book. They didn't put a date on it. Here it is, 1974. I graduated high school in 75. So little little bit of fruit would work. Money. There's a jar. That's okay. We'll just use what we got. Just have a little picnic. Oh, that was a wash tub. They were doing the laundry. Okay, here's some eggs. Eggs and pie. That's all I got. What a combination. Hard boiled eggs and pie. Okay, so then we'll put this away. This was in my book drawer. And I've got some other books in here. Now, here's a pink book that I had, and I've got a doily wrapped around it. And, oh, it's a napkin book. Forgot I had that. Maybe we can find a napkin to go with our story. It just might fall into place. We might be able to use that one there for the background. Let's pull it out. Wonder what's on the other side of this one. A pony, a unicorn. But this is a flow book for napkins, and I've just got some little ribbon in here to put my napkins under the ribbon. And there's 2 or 3 signatures, and then you have the napkins that go underneath the ribbon. This one's not bad, but I think I'm going to go with that one. I don't know why. It's the first one I picked. Oh, we got some more animals. We got some dinosaurs. Okay. Here's a recipe. Coffee toffee crunch cake. Woohoo! Sounds good. There's a beachy one, summer. Here's a ball of yarn. And I need to put that, I know where I need to put this. I've got a file started for a cat book. And I want to do in the future, I want to do a cat book. And I've already got a little file started for cat. There's dogs. It's got to be right here. Right here somewhere. And this will go in the cat book. Quite nicely, I might add. Got paper. Got a mermaid file. I found it some more mermaid stuff. I've got more than enough to do 2 or 3 mermaid books. I got too much mermaid stuff. But what we'll do is when I do make a mermaid book, I'll just make one, and then what I have left over, I'll put it back on the shelf for next year, and we'll make another mermaid book sometime. There's some Halloween. There's a mushroom. And there's a pumpkin. So, but anyway, there's the napkin book. So that was in my drawer. And I have a Happy Mail book in here. And I think, yep, that was from Teresa Church, the owl. And this was an envelope that somebody mailed me a Happy Mail in the envelope, and I used it for the back part of my book, the cover. And I sewed in signatures. So there's Happy Mail in here. So we'll just have to go through a little bit. Maybe y'all remember some of this. I made a tag out of my frosted mini wheats. Joe saved me the mini wheat people. And I made 2 tags. That was fun. That's just an envelope or a piece of paper. Oh, wait a minute. There's something on it. It says, "Hi, Beth. It's a note from Doretha. Is she in here? I'm so sorry for the delay. I had to work around the variables in my life. A little something for your natural book, Doretha. It's a love note. I call it love note. So these are just some little things. This is from Sharon Lumbar. The envelope of it, there's a little girl. She could go into the nursery book rhyme. We don't have a story, but we can make up a story. We'll make a story. So we're going to use some Happy Mail. This is embossed and it's fireworks. This is embossed and it's like a letter. That is beautiful. This is embossed and it's green, just some stripes. There's another one of a letter, gibberish. There's another part of it looks like an envelope. Teresa Church, she sent me something. Here's a thank you card. There's another one from Sharon Lumbar. Look, there's a strawberry. There's a pineapple. We've got food. These are going to be our food for the table. We'll just recycle these little food off of Sharon's envelope. So I think that's an egg, but I'm not going to use the egg. I will use the strawberry. Thank you very much, it says. So we have some food for our table. And I'm just going to quickly go through some of this, some tags and things. Happy Mail thing. There's a label for flowers. This is a pocket. This is a thank you card. Oh no, it's a blank card. Woohoo! We should send a card to somebody. And that one's from Judy. Cindy. Oh, look, a fish. I should put that in the fish book. It was on the back of her envelope. Okay, that's going to go in the fish book. Here's some ephemera. Put some of this back in there. And these pages are big and roomy. This one's from Sharon Marlowe. She sent me to put a pen or pencil in this and put it on the book. Okay. She sent me some stickers. And there's another pretty sticker on the back of her envelope. And that's from Sharon. Sharon's popular. Oh, look, I got money. There's some snowflakes. This is the coffee shop cookie bag from Starbucks or somebody. So there's some used stamps. And we got money. I'm going to do a money, some kind of a money thing. I've got a collection of money, of different kinds of money. And I think it would be fun to do have a book for them, a money book. She said, Matoma country. That's where she was raised. Good night, Janet. Sleep tight, sweetheart. I didn't. I think that's the county she lived in. Anyway, I haven't been reading chat all the way, but okay. But anyway, here's some more things. Look, there's 2 apples right there on that fabric. People were sending me fabric. Remember when I was doing some sewing on an old blanket that I had. It was an old blanket of my grandmother's. And I was going to try to redo it, but it just got too hard. It got harder and harder. The more I sewed on it, the worse it got. And I was repairing some of the ripped pieces, but it was dry rotting, and it was dry rotting faster than I could repair. So I quit. I got tired, and I had to make an executive decision to quit on it. And I never did finish it. But we do have some fabric that somebody mailed me that has some apples on there. So we're collecting food for our storybook. So that's good. There's a couple of apples. So that's good. There's some sugar packets. There's a box, there's a cracker box, and there's an owl on the back of it. That's cute. Oh, look, there's a pixie. Somebody sent me a pixie and drew it. Should I take it and put it in the fairy book? I don't know who it's from. It's to me from somebody, but I'm going to take it and put it in the pixie. I'm going to do it. Put it in the. There's an art card here. This is from Colleen Gravis. Look, I think this is from Jassy. And some more Happy Mail cards and things. Okay, another pocket. There's some more stickers. Some animal stickers. There was a little girl that came in here, and her name was Pixie, and that's probably where the pixie came from. I think it was. This is from Sharon. Thanks for being my friend. I got a Valentine. Scooby Dooby Doo. So a few little trinkets in there. Here's an owl. Can you all see? Am I doing all right? I'm just going to flip through this. There's a fish. That should go in the fish book. It's already stuck down. It's a collage. We'll leave it. There's a guest tag. And some glass art. This is from Jasper. That's nice. Plus, a couple years ago when Dana came down to visit me, we went to an art gallery and did some art. This was from Stephanie, and we did some glass fusion crafting, and I just got it hung up last night. Joe hung it up for me. I had a stick in here that Joe brought in for me, and I never did hang him outside. And one thing led to another, and here's from Brenda A. This is from Brenda. North Texas, Dallas, somebody. From North Texas. There's some pretty painty paper. So anyway, that's the Happy Mail book that I had. So here's an old card. A note of cheer. I think this is from Angela. This should have gone into the vintage book. And I'm going to be making another vintage book here. This was in 2024. So 2 years old. Better late than never. And this is vintage. I think she sent me that too. So I can take and put this in the vintage pile I've got over here in a bag. So anyway, that was just an old Happy Mail flip book that we flipped through. So that was good. We found some food and we found a napkin to do our page with. And then I have another book down here, and this is another book, and it's a glue book, and it's got 4 signatures in it. And I don't know if there's a theme or not, but I think it's just an overall glue anything junk journal book. Anything you've got on your left over your desk, you could glue it in here, and everything's in a signature, and a rubber band goes around it, around the hardcover goes around this way. So there's one signature, and all kinds of paper. This is the piano music paper. I've got some of that in here. Here's the second signature, and it's got a few things in here. Different kind of paper. So if you want to make a glue book, this is how to do it. You just put a bunch of papers together. Doesn't matter the size, the color, the heaviness of it at all. Just put it together with anything and everything, and then just put random pictures in from all your magazines. Harvest the pictures, fussy cut them out, and then just glue them randomly in the book. No rhyme or reason. This was a planet. This was a little card. This was from a magazine. Book paper. This is scrapbooking paper. Look, there's a car here, a race car. We got scrapbooking paper. Here's some Braille paper. Braille. And just little things, odds and ends glued in here. Some blue paper. Here's some bee stickers with some blue, another piece of blue paper. Somebody playing with the soccer ball. And it's just random. And it's fun. It's just fun to glue things down as you fill it up. And anything left over on your desk, or you can just make a pile and start a book and go through your ephemera box and start gluing things down. And that's how you do it. And this was the last one, and the rubber band broke on it, so I need to get another rubber band. I don't know if I have any big ones, but I will look just to see if I can find a bigger paper. A bigger rubber band. I don't think I do. I think they're all little now. I'll have to get some out of the closet and get out here. But this was the other signature, and the rubber band broke. So, but that's how you do it. That's how you do a junk journal. And I just took a book, and I probably cut it apart and made a fatter spine because I'm good for that. And then I made the spine, and I covered it with this fabric, and it's got chickens all over it. It's a chicken coop fabric. It's got chickens. And then I just started gluing things. So it's a glue book. So look at that. And then the other glue books that I want to show you, I have these, they're Reader's Digest condensed books. There's 3 or 4 stories in each one of these books. But I went through the book and tore half the pages out, every other one or so that it would be thin. And as you can see, this is how much thinner it is when it used to be this wide. So it's thinner. So when I glue in this book, it won't get too fluffy. But this is the red book. So I'm collecting red things to go into the red book. I don't know if I got very much red in here, but that's got red on it. And there's red Jello. There's some red fabric. A little piece of fabric there. But look, this old-timey paper. Remember when we used to make Jello molds? Does anybody have any Jello molds? Angie's not staying. She doesn't feel good. She's been sick. I hope you feel better, honey. But I remember the Jello molds. We used to make Jello. That's in the red book. That's red stuff. That's red. This is a red note, and there's some lemonade that's got a lot of red in there. So that can go in here. That's from Paint Girly, Lori. And this has got some red on it. So it made it to the red book. This bird's got a little bit of red on its wing. So he made it to the red book. Here's some craft paper. I don't know what that means. So this is the red book. I made red palm trees. I did red palm trees. And there's a Red Hat Society, a napkin. So that's the red book. Then I have an orange book. I started these, I don't know when. It's been several years. And I have no clue. It's a condensed book again. And again, I tore out half the pages and started putting in orange things. So I don't know. I just have a little bit of orange in here, not a whole lot. There's some, I think, fabric. This is a piece of fabric. And I had some orange fabrics that I had in my stash. So it made it to the orange book. There's another piece of orange fabric. And I did these little tab things just for fun. There's an orange butterflies. I made some pocket or some little flippy things in the book. There's another orange tab. So we could take, one of these and just go through some magazines and look for orange things, for this particular glue book. And it's going to be something that's going to take years to finish. It's going to take a long time to finish, but it's a long-term project. So then I have a black and white one. And I've got a lot of black and white in here already. There's washi tape, some more washi tape, some fabric, a napkin. That's a napkin. That's a napkin, black and white. There's some tissue paper that I had. I still got some of that. There's some more washi tape. And here is a white butterfly in the back, black and white fabric. There's some more tape. So you get started. Look, I got zebras in here. There's a zebra right there. Here's a zebra couch. And then on the back side, there's a zebra picture. So I'm going to, I can half it. That's the whole page. It's a sporty safari room, TV room. So yeah, that'll work. That'll be fun to play with. There's some more fabric. I got a paper clip in here that's black and white. Oh, this has got to be from Sharon Lombard taught me how to do these. These are dangles. Look at the dangle. And it's a black and white one. And she sent me a whole bunch of these little dangles. And this is a little charm. It's a bead to string on a bracelet. And I have some of those. So that's probably, I sewed that on this. And a little snippet roll and it's a paper clip. So you can put it anywhere you want. And it's in my black and white book. So that's good. There's another napkin. So there's the black and white book. Somebody made a card. ATC, February of 23. Darlene. That's from Darlene. And here I have a lady, um, and I don't know who sent it to me. It may have been Teresa. She sends me pretty ladies. And then I found this little girl on a on in another book, and I cut her out to put in the black and white book. She was dark enough to put in the black and white book in her gown. So there's the black and white book. Ooh, I need to turn my hot glue gun on, and I can put this away. I got everything kind of organized over here. And I put a button on there. There's some washi tape and some Ricky Rack and some fabric. And yeah, that's that. Black and white book's turning out real cute. So, hello, everybody. Anybody else I've missed? Hello, hello. Glad to have y'all here. Yeah, Teresa, you could send me some red die cuts and I'll put it in the red book. So if you guys send me any colors, now that I can get to my drawer, but wait, there's more. I am gonna glue this down in a minute. But there's more. I have a green book. So this has got a lot of green in it. This book's got pockets and stuff. I need to make some pockets in the other books. So I worked in this book quite a bit, and I've got some ATCs in there. That's from Janet Nash. Woohoo! March 23. She made, of course, she knows joy is my word. Woohoo! Thank you. There's another one, and it was with this one, and it kind of looks like it matches. I bet it's from Janet too. Little ATC cards. Woohoo! Here's one here, and it's got, oh goodness, it's so cute. Look at the little fish beads, and the doggy and love, and the butterfly. And this is from Teresa Church. The theme was green. This was a March ATC swap, and the theme was green. So that's why all the ATCs are in here. So for this year, we are doing ATCs again. Speaking of, and I've got mine right here to show you next. And I think I'm done with them. I'm just gotta put my name on the back of them. And this was another green, and this is from Janet Burgess. Another ATC, and this is like a little tag. Isn't it cute? And here's a card and a tuck spot. Somebody sent this to me. Some pretty little things to go in the tuck spot. Love it, and it's green. Here's two more ATC cards from 23. Lucky. This is from Colleen Gravis and Sharon Reinheimer. All right. Isn't that funny that we're doing ATCs again? Because I don't remember. Hi, kitty cat. My kitty cat's crying. Here's two more green cards. This is Colleen Gravis. And this is from Cheryl. All right. Those are cute. Here's another one. Thank you for coordinating this. This is from Brenda A. And here's a card. The title is green. This is from Brenda Ashford. Isn't that cute? Lucky you. This is from Becky Waters. That's cute. And that looks like it's ephemera, and that would go great in the vintage book. What did I do with that other vintage thing I had from Andrea? These are going to go into the vintage for the vintage book. I've got a collection of stuff here. So that's good. Here's a postcard from Janet Nash. And it's green. Here's a little pocket, and I made a little doll out of a wooden spoon. These are those little wooden ice cream spoons. And I made a little doll. I wrapped some lace around her dress and put a ribbon and a button and a face. I love make my dolls. So that's part of the green book. Now this one here, I guess it's green too. I don't see, I didn't cover it, but I've got some green tape on it. So I'm not sure what the deal is. Well, I've got two green books. Maybe it's just a napkin book. I've got napkins in it. I'm going to have to go give her a little snack. So I don't see anything else but napkins in this book. So we can continue to do napkins in this book. Yeah, there's napkins. And so this is just a napkin book. So I should put a napkin on the front of it. But that's okay. Then I have a purple book. And this is polymer clay. And we did this with Becca and Dana a few times, and I made this little frontage, and I glued it in made the purple flowers with the purple clay, and baked it to make it hard, and then I hot glued it down, and so that's the front of the purple book. And I've got a purple playing card. There's a purple sticker, and there's another playing card, and a napkin with purple violets. So, like I said, some of them don't have much in them. This is another stamps that are purple. There's some purple flowers and a purple napkin. So yeah, ready to go. And then I have a pink book. I'm moving right along, guys. We're going to put these, I got to glue one of these back down. That black one needs glued. So anyway, we've got a rainbow of books. So, and I've got them all down here in the drawer where we can get to them. So here's the pink book. Of course, yeah, I've got all kinds of pink in it. I've got paint. I've got painty papers. I've got wrapping paper. Here's some pink colored paper. There's a pink doll, spoon doll. She's got pink embroidery thread around her. And things that I got in Happy Meal, and things that were given to me. A lot of pink. So we can always find pink. And I don't see a pink. I see red, orange. I do not see any pink on this page. So we should add some pink polka dots to it. Close enough. So we fudge a little bit, but for the most part, we try to oblige with the pink. So that's a pink book. So there's lots of stuff that we can do. So let me repair this this little book here, and we can put these back in the drawer and start using the rainbow books. And it's so funny because Becca is doing the year of color this year is her theme, and she strings with Miss Gigi, every week, and uh, they're doing some kind of a color theme for their prompts this year. So I think that's pretty cool. And I don't know, I'm gonna try this on the paper, the washi tape. See if that'll hold that. So anyway, she quit crying. She gave up. It's not like she's starving or anything. Heavens to Betsy. And I also found my prompt sticks. And I've had these for quite a while. These are probably 4 or 5 years old. And these are prompt sticks. And what I did was they're color coded. So if you get one of each color, there's there is purple. Let's find this one. What's this one? Okay. So I can't remember now what it was, but the one is paper, like junk mail, that's paper. All of the green sticks is some kind of a handmade painting paper related, a paper towel or a baby wipe, paper, coloring book page. The green is paper, okay, and then the blue ones is string or thread, wire or paper clip, tape. I'm trying to figure out what these have in common. Sequence, craft foam, buttons or brads. These are objects. And then the yellow is gesso, crayons, markers, colors, different kind of colors, chalk, and they're colors, coloring things that have color, pens, Posca pens, gelato sticks, and then the red ones are colors. There's black, there's red, there's black and white, there's pink and yellow, red and blue. Those are colors. And then the purple ones is add words, make a border. These are like the last step. Add numbers, finger dots, splatters. These are like marking tools. And then the orange ones is splatter, sprays, stencils, a card. And that's like either put a card on it or use a card, bubble wrap, and we did purple. So anyway, those were the so if you pick one of each color, you're going to get a different group of product to use. And that's kind of how I had my prompts categorized when I did my master prompt list. So these would be fun to use sometime if you want to play prompts, do a new prompt game sometime. So let me go and get her real quick, and then we'll do ACT cards, and then we'll do our nursery rhyme, our nursery rhyme thing. So that's the second drawer we visited. That's good. Then we got the third drawer. I'm gonna go see what she wants. She probably wants a snack. I'll give her a snack. Okay. What do you want? Oh, if only they could just talk a little bit. If she could just talk. She had food. She had wet and dry food, and she didn't go out to the door, so I don't know why she was. Okay, moving along. Uh, I'll show you my ACTs, and I've got the back to do yet, but I've got it started. I have 35 cards, and I numbered them all, and I put the date on there for March 17th. And so the title is St. Patty's Day or Green, and then the artist is me. So anyway, I've got those to fill out, and these are some of the cards that I made. And I'm thinking I might use some green glitter glue. And I know I've got some. And there it is. I see it. So we can put some shiny things on there. So I'll wait and do that when I have my table to myself and put a little bit of green. But they're green, and they have shamrock stickers on them. They each have a bow. I put bows on all of them. There's some other green stickers from my sticker collection, so I got to use up some of my stickers. I did do some punch stamping. There's a leaf, and then there's the finger uh, that points, and I used green ink. And there you can see it real good there. That and this leaf over here. So I thought that was good. And but I used a variety of stickers and things I had in my stash for this one's got avocado on it. And I thought that's good. And I found some words. There's good luck. This one says March. This says think a latte. Some of them have words and some of them don't. I guess I could put some words on there. Some more words if I wanted to put anything else on them. But I've worked hard on them. You have to do one at a time, and you can. So I did it 35 times, and a variety of different stickers. A variety. This one says St. Patrick's Day, so maybe I'll get. This one says Pinch Me. Lovely day. Love. Happy St. Patrick's Day. So maybe I can put some more words on there or write them on there. This one's got love. And this one's really cute. It's a clover, but it's the puzzle. And that's autism. That's the symbols for autism. Lucky to have you. So, made in Ireland. So anyway, I thought they were cute, and that was my Saint Patrick's Day cards, and I'll put some glitter glue on them. And I've got till the end of the month to work on these. And if there's anybody else that wants to sign up for the ATC swap for March, the theme is St. Patty's Day or green, if you wish. If there's anybody else that wants to sign up, I'll put you down. You just need to tell me how many people you want to trade with, and we'll trade in 2 cards per person. So Teresa says, what kind of red, orange, black, white, green stuff? Anything that has those colors in it. If you use the red paper, or if you use a red marker, color something in that's red. If you use the die cuts in those colors, anything from a magazine, and we could go through a magazine and maybe show you a few little hints of uh, examples. Here's a garden book, and so, like for example, here is a lighthouse. I think that is a red brick, so it would qualify to go into the red book. But I was looking at this over here. It looks like a piece of corn or a flower, and it's green and yellow. So it could go in the green book. Do I have a yellow book? I don't remember. Oh, the bumblebee was my yellow book. The bumblebee that I had, I turned it into the yellow book and the bumblebee book. That's where the yellow book went, and I'm done with it. Uh, so, like this would be, I could cut the jewelry out. That would be white. There's a couple of cowboy girls over here, one with a green shirt and one with a pink shirt. So there's green and pink. This guy's got a blue shirt on, and I'm trying to think. I don't know if I have a blue book or not. Can't remember. Surely I should have one. Uh, so anyway, that's how that would go about. Here is a red uh, recipe card that could go in the red book. Whatever you decide, and you can even take one book and divide it into 7 sections and do 10 pages of red, 10 pages of orange, 10 pages of yellow, and do one rainbow book and do it all in one book where I've got a book for each. I think I went overboard. But it was a great idea at the time. So here's some flowers. I can put that in the green book. Here it is. It's a squash bloom. What that is. So you go for the colors whenever you see anything in color. And I also have another book over here that I got from the used bookstore, and it's called A World of Color, and it's a picture book, and so like here's blue. I'll put that in the blue book. But that's just a few examples. So anybody else want to sign up for the ATC swap for March? I've got Marty, Jassy, Barbara, Margaret, Angela, Linda, Doretha, Esther, Mary Ann, and Sharon down so far. And I'll give you your names next week since everybody's finished signing up. And we'll get that started next week. I've got it organized. Okay. So let's go ahead and get our book back, which is this. And I think it's dry. So, so this side is going to be for this, and that's what we're going to glue down. So thank you, Belinda. We have a lot of fun with our glue books. And I feel kind of bad that I'm not painting tonight, but we're doing all kinds of art. I finished the painting. I just thought maybe that would be good for one time. Okay. I think I got enough glue on it. And I'm going to use a card to smush it down that way. There we go. Here she comes again. Here she comes, crying. crying up a storm. All right, so now when we look at our book, we got these two together, and I like that. And I didn't do that on some of these others because I got the picture off the internet. So I have to put something over here that kind of goes with, that matches her. And same thing with that one. I haven't been doing this side. But this one I did, the Valentine one, because this was my inspiration, the napkin, to do this page. So I did that one. And here's our little break dancer. I need to put something over here. And I can use napkins, but I just haven't done it this year since I started this in February. So we got some homework to do on these other. I could use napkins if I can find a napkin that looks kind of match. I could do that and use up my napkins. So maybe we'll do that. I'm going to do the nursery rhyme first. We'll do the nursery rhymes. Is she looking for Joe? Well, Joe's in the garage. Yeah, she could be looking for Joe. So I'm going to put this down first, and then we'll let it dry, and then we'll do our story. So we'll lay that right there. Fold it back. And we'll lay this back down. And it's a little wrinkly, but that's okay. I won't mind. It won't hurt anything. So, you'll keep me in line. If I need to do something, let me know. If you have any more questions. There's the napkin. So I'll get my little water brush and go across there and across here and tear that away. Like that. So we're going to let this dry for a moment, and we'll work on our story. We'll work on our storyline. So we've got a little old man over here, and he's eating him a big turkey leg at the picnic. So we can cut him out a little bit. Yeah. He's got him a nice dinner, and he's on a table. So what we can do is either a pen or a pencil. We can extend the table like that. And he's eating at the table. And there's another bowl of something, like a bowl of porridge. We can take that bowl. I didn't really find anything else for the the garden that I was trying to get. But so I guess it's just going to be a picnic table. There's another table. We'll take the table and put them together. And we're going to take the porridge. So I don't think there's anything else on here I want to put on there. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to be able to use the garden, although it would be okay maybe for the background. Page 99. Maybe it said use page 99 in our prompt. So we're gonna put these in the background, and they're watching everybody at the picnic. There she comes. What, baby? I wish I could read your mind. I wish I could. She tried to scratch me. Oh my goodness. Shall I go give her a new can? Okay. I'll give her a new can. There's a dancing lion and some monkeys. But there's Georgie. We're gonna name him Georgie. Kissed the girls and made them cry. We could put the goose in there. We got a goose. There's a few things going on. It could be a wild goose trying to hoard in on the treats. So that sounds good. And we have a choir that is walking down the street, and they're singing as they walk, and they're entertaining the picnickers. Let me go give her a little bit of something to eat. I guess I'll open up another can for her, even though she's got stuff out. It might be a flavor issue. We'll see. She's wearing me out. I'll shut the door. She can't push the door open. Nora can, but she can't. Oh, she's already in the kitchen now, Ella. I don't know if I got a picture of her handy or not. Uh, she's a little gray kitten. She's not real big. She's probably about 5 or 6 years old. And she, uh, I'll probably have a picture of her back up in here somewhere. if she comes in here again, I will. She looks like this cat right there. She looked like that cat. She's gray. And her name is Kitty. She's supposed to have been Blueberry, but we call her Kitty. There's Abby. Of course, she's been gone almost a year now. I miss Abby. She was such a good dog. And I thought about getting another one, but we have Nora and we have the cat. And I said, no, there's no sense in doing more. We've got these two, and they're fine, and they're not high maintenance, except the cat is trying to be high maintenance tonight. She's trying. She is trying. She's testing me. She grabbed a hold of my shirt, and luckily her claws didn't get in me. But she was getting my attention. But I opened up another can for her, so she's got more food. We've spoiled her. And now here's what this is what Mary Altier did a sketch of Abby for me. And then this was done in 2020. And then Stephanie did this for me of Abby. And this was last year. So, and she's got a little heart right here on her fur. So pretty. Anyway, I was looking for the cat. Sorry. Similar to this, but that's a painting, a picture. I don't think I painted it yet. I got so many pictures on here that I have not painted yet. I could probably go back through here and pick out a bunch to paint. I always have too many more pictures than time. There's the beach. But I'll have to get her another picture and show her to you later. But she's a little gray cat. She's independent. There's a bunch of chickens. So I'll have to get a fresh picture for you, and I'll show you next time. Okay, so let's go back to our picnic and see these people came to the picnic, and this girl here is down at the park, and she brought her dogs, and she's a dog walker, and they're at the picnic. And I think what I'll do is I'll tear this part out. But I would love to get another little tiny pup, but I'm just not really physically up to the task. And Joe does so much around here already. I would not want to ask him to do another thing for me. So I like that tore out part. And this could be something tore out a little bit. You could tear this out a little bit. And it's going to go in the background. See, it'll go in the background somehow. And then this guy's at a table. That's good. So then we've got this girl here, and she's going to bring some milk because she's got the cow. She's going to bring the milk. to the picnic for the refreshments. So that's good. So this is just another way of making an art page and using what you have and using your imagination. And it doesn't have to mean a thing to anybody but you. And we have a story. Yeah, I think that's good. We got all that. I don't know if I need that table or not, but we've got a little Alice in Wonderland there, and we got some fruit stickers and a pie, a porridge, and some apples and a pineapple. That ought to be plenty of food to eat. And these guys are the singers. They're walking down the street, down the sidewalk at the park, and then all these things are going on. So all we got to do now is put this on our page. So let's scoot that over there. This, I don't think I'm going to need that table. I don't think I need to extend it. I think this would be fine. This would be enough table. Okay. So let's see how we can do it now. So we'll get the book back. This is the rose garden down at the park. Your Janice says her feral cat almost trips her. Yes, you have to watch. Luckily, now Abby was never in front of my feet. She was always behind me. She was a follower, and she had an older sister. When I got her, the older sister got adopted really fast because she was really, really cute, and she was a little bit fatter than Abby. Abby had her little ribs showing. They found them on the side of the road, and she got the leftovers, and so uh, uh, the anyway, I got Abby, and fattened her up when I got her. She was only like 4 weeks old when I got her. So here's our page. So I'm just going to glue these down as is. And see how it goes. We got a storybook. A storybook page with a new storybook. Yeah, I think it looks fine. Oops. Okay. Got the little garden. So now Nora, she don't trip me. She'll stop in front of me, and I'd keep on walking, and she'll let me step over her and go between my knees, my legs. It's kind of funny. She will let me do that. So I just walk over her. But if she's out on the floor, she knows to sleep on one side of the hallway or the other, and not sleep in the middle, because I will trip on her. But at night. But she's pretty good about getting out of my way. So, what else do you want to do to this page? Any other loving suggestions? My daddy's name was George. Little Georgie Porgy. And there's a goose coming to the picnic. And here's a pineapple. And a little bowl of porridge. It's just a little side dish. Here's the pie. Couple apples. We can just put them down here. Put this one there. And I got this little girl here. She looks like Alice in Wonderland. We got us a strawberry. We could put it on top of the pie. Strawberry pie. I used to make an apple strawberry pie. Oh, God, it was so good. It's been a long time ago since I've made a homemade pie. But you take an apple pie filling can, and you would put it in your pie shell, your bottom part, and then you take frozen strawberries and make a little divot hole in the middle of the apples and put strawberries there, and then you would put your top crust on. And I would always add more sweetener, sugar, or sweet and low, or some more sweetness on top of the strawberries, because the apples were already sweet from the can. And it was a good pie. I'm telling you, it was a really good pie. Those were the days when I used to cook. So that's everything that we had on the table to make this little page. So there's our page for that. That's all I'm going to do. That's all I know to do. Unless you all can think of something else. Okay. So there's that. I can't think of anything else I want to put on it at this moment. It's kind of a boring page, but it is something that we did, and we got out of that children's book. So we used 3 or 4 pages out of the book. So we're using our stuff. You know. So now let's go back. Let's go back down here and get that napkin book out that I had here. It was that pink one. See if I can find it. And let's get it back out and see if there might be another napkin to put on the other side that we can match up. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Yeah. So that might work on the other side. So we're just going to use up some of these napkins. We'll put this on the other side. Isn't that pretty? Wow. That is pretty. So, and I have no idea where these Napkins probably came from a napkin swap that I did probably 2 years ago. No doubt. No doubt. So use one of your books of colors and gray your popsicle stick prompts and use them to create a page in one of the books. Okay. Use one and get my popsicle sticks. Okay. Prompts. We can do that. That would be fun. We could do it on one of these back pages, or we could put it in the book. Yeah, exactly. In the book. Grab. Okay. That was Taiwanese. We like Taiwanese. We speak it fluently. And autocorrect. Sometimes autocorrect is just mean. Mean, mean, mean. They are. So we put this down. And we'll get our paintbrush. And we will wet that edge and this edge. And break away. Like that. So let's so we want the color to be one of the colors we're using in the book. I'm thinking that's what you want to do. So this is the other page to this one. That's okay. Very good. Hi, Thunder. Come on in. Good to see you. So we're going to let this dry and that dry. And we're going to get one of our books out. These are some leftover napkins. I'm just going to stick them in the back here. So which color y'all want to use? I'll let you pick the color. We have red, orange, green. Oh, you want you to do the green one? Okay. Might as well for St. Patrick's Day. We can do green. It's one of my popular books because I did the St. Patty's Day ATC swaps from 2023 are in it. But there's more pages. So the suggestion was to use the green book. And we'll get some prompts. Yep. Absolutely, Belinda. That's what I want. That's what I would love for y'all to help me do. Pick me out something fun to do. We can use a stencil. Or we had to wait to see what the prompts are first. The prompts will be, maybe we'll pull a stencil. We'll see. We'll get one of each color. So we'll get a blue one and a red one and a green one and an orange one and a yellow one. Is that all of them? That's 5. Is that all purple? We get a purple one. We get a purple one. I think that's all of them. And the green is going to be our color. but we might have some color to go with it. Oh, that's fine, Stephanie, honey. You got to take care of your uh, your chores and your puppies. Got to take care of your place. So let's see what we got. Usually the red one, I think, is what I always looked at first. It says blue and yellow. And we can do that blue and yellow in our green book. It's okay. Won't be any problem. So we're going to use blue and yellow. And I can either use blue paint and yellow paint. A little bit of blue and yellow paint. And then we're going to use name your art, a verse or a quote. And we'll get a word out. And we've got words. Got all kinds of words. And we can pick them out in a few minutes. I've got all kinds of positive words in here. Glue on the art. That's what I'm going to pick, and it's G for green. Glue on the art is what we're going to use for our word. Isn't that fun? Oh, yes, Ellen. Oh, what was I thinking? Correct. Very good. Okay, you guys, I need you guys. I need you guys more than you know. Then we have our colored pencils. And we have lace or ribbon. I've got that right here. Oh, all the snow melted. Woohoo! But more is coming. Well, it can't be as bad as it has been. It has to be a little bit better. So let's see what kind of ribbons we got in here. See if y'all can see anything. This would be pretty. It's eyelash trim. We might wait until we just see what we want to. We've got a little doily. There's some murky rack in here. Look, what color is this? That's blue. That's not. I think that's more turquoisey than anything. My lighting in here is terrible. Let's try that light. So this has green in it. That's a pretty ribbon. It's got green in it. We got to make something. So there's some green fabric in there, and this has got orange and green and pink. So we'll keep all that in mind in case we want to change our minds. This is a blue-green. That might work. That's green. Okay, so we got a few little things. And we've got music or map paper and a card. Okay, music or map paper. Haven't used any music paper for a while. See if I can find some. We can glue it down first. Get up over here. Look for some music paper. There's a whole bunch of stuff up here in this. closet in this shelf, and I ought to throw every bit of it away because I never get up in there. Look at the music. I know where there's a hymnal over there on the shelf. I go over there and get it real quick. I get tired of standing and looking in that pile. Let's see what we got over here. Well, if all else fails, we can make music paper. We can make music paper using this little guy. I had it out the other day. So let's just do that. That's a good idea. You want to use one of my St. Patrick's Day cards for a card? Okay. Okay. We can do that for a card. Thank you. See, I need you. It didn't say anything about a napkin. We did that. We don't need a stencil. We're going to use music instead. So let's get some ink and put some of this down. Randomly. Hi, Marty. I don't think I said hi to you tonight. So we'll put that there. And my book is lumpy, so I hope it shows up. So, yeah, if it does snow again, it shouldn't last because the ground warmed back up. As long as the ground warms back up again, you won't be in as bad a shape as you were. I know I have been in the zone tonight, haven't I? That's a good thing. I've had so much fun tonight. I have. Yeah. It worked out good. Cool stamp. Thank you. It was in a rummage sale. My pages are, I've got so much stuff in here already. It's, and I can do some more work in this book and put some more pockets in it. So I can put all my St. Patrick's Day artist trading cards in here like I did the last time. I also got new baseball card holders too to put them in. Okay, that's enough of that. Don't skitting. We need to make a pocket for it, for our card. We'll make a pocket. And I got two out instead of one. Only going to use one. I'm going to need every one of them because that's how many I'm going to be sending out, quite a bit. So, but that's okay. We want to, and see, I get to use some of my pencils. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a page out. And I'm going to make some pockets. Make a pocket for my card. Will there be Indians ahead? The boys asked. Worst, renegades, his father replied. White men turned sour. Oh man, that's like bandits. We'll head west and be safe in Texas before they know we're out and about. Okay. That's what it says. The title is, don't have a title, Texas. The title is Texas. I think I made my pocket too small. We'll give it a little bit of elbow room. And I really just need part of it. I'm going to fold down the top. Cut it in half. And fold it the bottom down. So it's going to be glued down and like this. We'll glue the top down. And then we're going to glue the sides down. And then we'll leave a gusset for the bottom. And see if that will be a good enough pocket. Like that. So I can take some and use that for something else. And then I can take some pencils, like a green pencil, and we can go around and color this pocket. So we could do that. Maybe I can do a 3-leaf clover. Like that. And I know you can't see it very well, but I'm gonna get another pencil and make it so we can see it. So I'm using my pencils. Like that. So I did that, and we get another green. That looks like it's about the same shade. So let's get another green. A greenier green. Or a black and outline a little bit. How about that? There you go. So there's our coloring pencils. And we've got a glue on the art to put on here. And our card will go in the pocket. Hopefully. Somehow. What'd I do? Oh, I see. I know why. I know what I did. And I can fix it. I haven't used my scissors left-handed for a very long time. So let's try that. Now we can get down in there. Don't tell me. There it is. Okay. So we got to use our ribbon. We can use we can use it somehow. We still have to. We used the card. We used the music. We used. We got to use the blue and this is gonna be the lace, and then we got a word, and we used our pencils. So that's everything. And now we're going to use our blue and yellow now. So we'll just put some of this down. Shall we make some more shamrocks? Let's do that. See if we can make some shamrocks. And blue. This is Seen Better Days. So I guess I'll use it first since it's watery. So the way I make a shamrock is I use 3 hearts. And you can do 4 leaves if you're feeling lucky. We're gonna have a 4-leaf clover. All right, so now I'm going to go into the yellow. Oh, it's working. I could have mixed them up together already and then just painted it that way. That's okay. Didn't matter. That worked out really good. How about that? I do. I'm lucky. Woohoo! Feeling lucky. So, is that enough of that? It's almost 8:30, so by the time we get our ribbon down here, we'll have it done up. Let's glue on the art. Let's make it 2 lines. We can ink the edges if we want, or paint the white blue green, blue yellow. So we could just do this a little bit here, translucent. Might as well. Of course, I could have waited until after I glued it down, because now I gotta let that dry. Oh well, it's all right. We like what we're doing. I can go ahead and put some of this down, and I've got my hot glue gun on. I think this is going to be this one or this other one. I don't know. I kind of like this one. We could just put one down the middle and make it a bookmark. That's all we got to do. Maybe leave it up there at the top for a little tassel. That's all that matters, Belinda. All that matters. There's all kinds of ideas that we can do. I could have done, I could have gotten words out of a magazine. I could have gotten more pictures out of a magazine. I could still use some of this. This could be the grass. We'll put some down here. Just goofing off. So that's good. I like it. Got a card. Did I sign it? Oh, nope. Let me finish signing it. Okay. There it is. I think I need to, yeah, I need to do a little doctoring here. Good night, Ellen. I'm getting ready to go too. I just fixing my little pocket here. There we go. I need to put the date on it, and I'll use the green. Like that. And then I'll do my signature. Had a great time too. Okay, we'll see you later. Let's see. I'll be back on Tuesday night. We're going to have Colleen painting with us, and Doretha's going to come paint with us next week. So that will be fun. So we'll be painting something together. I'll let them pick out what they want to paint. So, and I like our page. I think our page turned out really nice. So I'm going to take a picture of it. And then I'll take a picture of our other pictures. And the book. Put this up so it won't get into anything. And we'll put the ribbon box away. And the napkin book away. Didn't use that stencil. Like I had intentions of using that stencil tonight. But we'll save it for next time. No harm done. So we'll get our book back out and we'll take a picture of our pages. We'll let this dry a little bit before we close it up. So let's see if I can get it. And then this one. Okay. So thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. It was great. I'm glad that I got my computer fixed. I just hope that it stays well for another year. Till next year. So I will leave you all with this and say good night. Good night. After I hit you all on the head. Easy to do. Let's see. Let's put the lid back on my glues. And this goes back in that glue. There we go. Thank you.